What do mountains breathe through? I know you guys are dying to find out the answer. So let's get started on this worksheet. This is worksheet C-46. Now, you can work on it on the actual worksheet, or if you decide, you know what, there's not very much space to work, I write kind of big, you can do it on your own paper. Just don't forget to type write C-46 at the very top so we know what you're working on. And if you're working on number 1, please put it at the top. Don't just put number 1 here and number 3 there and number 2 and number 3 and number 4. Don't write your work everywhere. Write it in nice orderly fashion. For number 1, I'm going to show you how to do it on the paper if that's what you decide to do. So we are going to be subtracting mixed numbers with uncommon denominators, different denominators. So we have 9 3/4 minus 4 1/2. And we can't subtract this because 4 and 2 are not common denominators. So let's make them common. What is the LCM or LCD, least common denominator of 2 and 4? Well, it's 4, of course. And how do I get 1/2 to equal something over 4? Well, to do that, I'm going to multiply 2 by 2. And 2 times 2 equals 4, which means if I multiply the bottom by 2, I multiply the top by 2. Ooh, I'm switching pens a lot. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, 3 over 4 is already okay. You can just do 3/4 minus 2/4, or some people like to rewrite it on top just so it feels cleaner. 3/4 minus 2/4. Don't say that's 1 over 0 because it is not. It is 1 over 4 because the denominator stays the same. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 4 stays the same. Now, we're not done there yet because 9, we haven't dealt with the whole numbers. Now, these fractions, we rewrote this stuff, so you don't have to deal with that anymore. We just dealt with it. 9 minus 4, though, is 5. And so is this reduced? Is it a proper mixed number? It is, so I'm going to box my answer. It's 5 1/4. Now, what they want us to do is look for this answer on the bottom to find this riddle, to figure out this riddle. Oh, 5 1/4, that's G right there. And they want us to cross off all the G's. Where are the G's at? There it is. There's a G. Cross that guy out. And that's about it. So you would proceed, but I'm going to jump to number 11. Now, number 11 does not have very much room. Now, if you've already started here, you can just kind of rewrite it over here or rewrite it on the side. But for those of you who are writing it on your own paper, I'm just going to do it on my own paper as well. So number 11. And of course, you're not starting with number 11 at the top of your page. It would be somewhere down there. But number 11 says 18 3/4 minus 5 1/6. So I'm going to write 18 3/4 minus 5 1/6. Now, they wrote it on the side, like over here. And I'm not going to do that because it makes it hard to subtract. I'm going to stack them on top of each other. I'm going to put it below. So I'm going to do minus 5 1/6. All right, I'm going to move this paper out of the way now. Minus 5 1/6. What is the LCM? 3/4 minus 1/6. That is not a common denominator. What's the LCM of 4 and 6? Well, we can use our ladder method. 4 and 6. What goes into 4 and 6? Well, you can divide them both by 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6. And can I break it down any further? Can I divide 2 and 3 by anything aside from 1? Well, no. We draw the L for LCM or LCD, and then we multiply those numbers together. 2 times 2 times 3, and I thought it was 12, and 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. I am correct. It is 12. So I'm going to rewrite these fractions right here, not the whole numbers, but just the fractions. So it's going to be something over 12 because that's our LCD. How did I get 6 to turn into 12? What do I multiply by? Well, you can use this as a hint. 6 times 2, well, that's 12. Yeah, 6 times 2, which means I multiply the top by 2 as well. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, how did I get that 4 to equal 12? Well, you look at that. Oh, 4 times 3, which means I multiply the top by 3 as well. And 3 times 3 is 9. So 9/12 minus 2/12. That is, don't say it's 7 over 0 because it's not. It's 7 over 12. We're not done yet because we still have the whole numbers to deal with. 18 minus 5. And 18 minus 5 is simply 13. Are we done here? Is 7 over 12? Can I reduce that? I don't believe I can. So that is our answer. I'm going to box that sucker. Go back to my sheet over here. 13 and 7/12. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You're somewhere over here. There you are, 13 and 7/12. You are over here, so I better cross all of you out. Cross you off. Cross you off. All right. Let's jump to number 15 now. Again, if you're doing it on your own paper, you're not just going to go from 11 to 15. You're actually going to do 12, 13, 14, and then get to 15. But because I'm jumping around, just to help you get started on this assignment and to help you figure out this hilarious joke, I'm going to write it on my own paper. So the maximum weight of a basketball is 22 and 9/10 ounces. For a baseball, it's 5.5 ounces. And for a tennis ball, it's 2 and 1/16 ounces. How much heavier is a maximum weight basketball than the maximum weight baseball? So they're asking us to compare the basketball weight with the baseball weight. Wait a minute. They gave us the tennis ball weight, and I don't think we need that at all. I can just cross this sucker off. But I do need the basketball weight and the baseball weight. And they're asking us to compare the two. They're not asking, hey, how much do they weigh together? Because if they did, you'd be adding them. But they're saying how much heavier is one than the other. They're asking for the difference of the weight, and that is a subtraction problem. So I'm going to subtract 22 and 9/10 minus 5 and 1/2, which is what I'm going to write. 22 and 9/10 minus 5 and 1/2, or 1/2. All right, I'm moving this paper out of the way. 9/10 minus 1/2. I can't do that because not a common denominator. So what is the common denominator? Well, it's 10, of course. You could have figured it out with the LCM, with the ladder method, or you could just have a big brain. Either one's fine. Now, how did I get the 2 to equal 10? I multiply by 5, which means I have to multiply the 5 by 5 also. And 1 times 5 is 5. And, 10 to, why did I even write this? I didn't have to. Well, 10, that just stays the same. 9/10. So 9/10 minus 5/10, that is 4/10. I'm not done yet because I still have the whole number. 22 minus 5, that, of course, is 17. And I'm not done. You'd be thinking you'd be done and you'd be looking for 17 and 4/10, but you will be looking in vain because it's not there, because this is not the right answer, because we can reduce 4/10 by dividing the top and the bottom by 2. So when we divide 4 by 2, we end up getting 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. The 17 is still there. I'm going to box that sucker. Well, I guess the question is what's the weight? What's the difference? How much greater is the weight? How much heavier is it? It's not 17 and 2/5, it's 17 and 2/5 ounces. So I guess I should probably box that too, but it's okay. 17 and 2/5, look for that somewhere over here. There it is. It's the T, so knock off the T's. Knock off the T's, knock off the T's, and then you just kind of keep going. Well, I'm not going to tell you the answer because I want you to find that out. What do mountains breathe through? Go ahead and try the rest on your own. Good luck.